Today I'm out here in the shop smoking this Arturo Fuente Grand Reserve. I believe it's part of the Hemingway collection. It's not my typical in the shop cigar to smoke. This is more of a sitting down on the balcony at Navarre Beach cigar to smoke overlooking the pier. But we had a tree fall on our property back last summer, and we've been cutting it up a little at a time. It's a huge red oak tree. My son and his buddy came over and helped me clear out some of that brush to the back of the property. We can't burn it right now. We're under a burn ban because we haven't had substantial rainfall in quite a while, so we just hauled as much of it as we could today out to the back of the property. So I thought I would sit down and enjoy this Arturo Fuente. I may get up here in a little bit and go through my dad's toolbox again and see if I can find something else that we can clean up and hopefully make an interesting content video. If you get into the hobby of cleaning up or restoring vintage tools, one of the things you must have, or I suggest you must have, is a 1x30 belt machine that you can change the belts easy on. This is the conditioning belts I was talking about the other day, one of the red label conditioning belts. Definitely need eye protection, a wire wheel, a fiber wheel, plenty of storage. You need a drill press. I would say you need a bench grinder, but I don't use that as much as you would think I would use it. But it does come in handy when it's needed. A piece of railroad iron or some sort of anvil that you can knock pins and hinges and whatever else out of tools. A good sturdy vise. You definitely need disposable gloves. An air compressor. Just little things that you can get into a little shop and get yourself started in a hobby. You need a comfortable place to sit to smoke cigars. Somebody asked me the other day, I think it was my son, why do you have shower curtains hanging in your shop? Well, if I've got the heater or the air conditioner running, I close those shower curtains to try to keep this space as small as possible, to keep the cool air or the warm air right where I'm at and not way over there. I need something to keep myself focused. You can look those up if you want to. I tried to look up scripture that ties into this hobby a little bit, so you can look those up for yourself and see what they say. You probably need a lawnmower battery sitting on the floor on the trickle charger, just to have something to trip over every time you turn around. I could probably put that somewhere better, but then it wouldn't be so easy to get to. You probably need a homemade air filtration system. That filter's pretty new right there, and you see how dusty it already is just from when I'm really getting after it on this machine right here. It'll suck up a lot of that air, so whatever's in that filter might have been in my lungs. So that's a good idea to have that as well. You definitely need a large collection of hammers. Actually, some of these hammers I got out of my dad's toolbox and I've cleaned them up. This one, I think, yeah, that's an old Vaughn hammer. I've had this one since I was a kid, and I just recently cleaned all the rust off of it and painted it back to its original color and gave that handle a good coat of boiled linseed oil. Some of these I have an emotional attachment to, and I would never sell. You see that LC on there, that's Lawrence Christensen. He was a man that I knew when I was a little kid, and he was very instrumental in my life as a young man. This one, I think this was just a hammerhead that I found in my dad's toolbox, and I went to Ace Hardware and bought that handle and put on there. Cleaned it up. If I'm not mistaken, this was a complete ball of rust, and I took it down to bare metal and made it look like that. Some of these other ones I've probably picked up in junk stores or antique stores. This one here, I can't remember where this came from, but I really like that handle. I guarantee you that's a homemade handle. It's completely round all the way around. But yeah, I like that one. I cleaned it up, and all of these handles have boiled linseed oil on them. And sometimes I just come out here in the shop and give them a new fresh coat of boiled linseed oil. That old West-Wing hammer I carried in my tool bag when I was doing industrial electrical work. Quite a collection of adjustable wrenches here. Some of these were my dad's. Some of them I've had since I was a teenager. I've been collecting tools all my life, I guess. Ever since I was old enough to pick them up and use them. This hammer here, I didn't need this at all, but I bought it for $8 just because it said Craftsman on it. So anyway, hope you guys are having a good weekend. We'll get back in touch with you soon.